Mobilization has pulled tens of thousands of reservists out of the workforce, hollowing out the tech sector that once carried Israel's growth. Calculist has reported a slide in venture capital inflows and early-stage exits as investors price in risk, and startups have begun relocating to Europe or the US to escape that instability. A high-tech economy, as Israel has for a long time prided itself on, depends on predictability, not air raid sirens. You can't run cloud computing contracts when staff keep on being rotated to the front. Even Bank of Israel analyses admit mobilization fatigue is eroding productivity and tax revenue. Inside Israel, the propaganda of unity is fraying too. The same reservists who were hailed as heroes 2 years ago are back on the streets protesting the endless call-ups and the economic wreckage that's being left behind. Inflation is biting, mortgages are rising, young families are being priced out while the government keeps on funneling billions into bombs. That's not defence, that's domestic austerity with camo gear slapped all over it. So the logic of the war economy is simple at the end of the day. Spend more today to survive tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. The state that sold itself as the startup nation has become a defence contract state, its prosperity chained to the next escalation. When you read the fine print of the 2025 budget, nearly every new shekel of growth is government spending. Private investment's falling, exports are down, consumer demand is flat. The illusion of stability is built on borrowed money and US aid deliveries. That's why the generals went public with their unprepared warning, not to admit weakness, but to justify another round of borrowing before anyone else looks at the books. Israel can still pay its bills, but only because it's turned the war itself into an asset. Each new front has become a revenue stream. Debt sold to investors, aid drawn from Washington, fear traded for political survival. What used to be security policy is now a business model. That's why defence now swallows roughly 9% of GDP, and why the finance ministry is cutting hospitals to pay for it. It isn't about defending civilians in Sderot or Ashkelon anymore. It's about defending the government's ability to fund itself.